Ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, we're back.
Welcome back to the show. Season 3, episode 37. We're, 2/3 of the way? 3/5? What's that work out to?
A little
Something
bit
like
more
that.
than 3/5, yeah.
Yeah. This is going to be another late release. It's funny. Buddy John, the fireman who came out and visited us, he messaged me last night. He said, "You better not have another late release." I said, "Well, I got some bad news for you." I'm guessing maybe he's working overnight.
How early does this guy get up?
Yeah. Usually it's 5 a.m. on Fridays, but it's now 6:47 a.m. We had a busy week, so we were unable to record. So Wednesday we were out at Hayfla NYC, which is typically when we record. And when we don't do that, we record on Thursdays. But yesterday was my son's birthday. It was his preschool graduation. So,
yeah, fried chicken all around.
Yeah. You can guess what I got for lunch today.
It was good.
Yeah, I gotta get through all that food and then get back on my diet. But I can't. My wife can't eat it because she's gluten-free.
How much was left over? I mean, it was
It's a lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah, your wife's sister said she's a famous over-orderer.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, my wife's family, it's like I wouldn't say that there's ever not enough food, but like my family.
Yeah, that's classic. You gotta have too much food.
Yeah, because, you don't want people to feel, like when there's like just enough, like people feel uncomfortable, like having more, you know what I mean? Because like if there's only 2 pieces of chicken left, nobody wants to take one of the last 2 or the last piece,
and they wind up sitting there anyway, those last 2 pieces.
Yeah, so if there's 10, people are more likely to, take another piece.
It's like me. I ate that 4th piece of chicken that I didn't really need.
Yeah. Yeah, I had some wings, ribs, fried chicken, pizza. Had all the meats and cheeses and crackers and chips and...
Yeah, what did it for me was I overate on that first appetizer course.
Yeah. Yeah, me, you, and Jamie were...
standing right next to... I was eating it as if it was my own plate.
Yeah, we were huffing a little bit by the time the real food hit. But yeah, so I got a whole fridge full of fried chicken and ribs and wings and macaroni salad. I didn't even go through one of the 4 macaroni salads.
Yeah, there was a lot of salads there.
I thought we were supposed to get French fries too.
Oh man, that would have been way too much.
Yeah, French fries are good though, especially from a place like that.
Oh yeah,
it's I don't know if it's something that's common elsewhere in the country, but around here we have I grew up eating fried chicken from this place called Chicken Holiday. And let me see, they probably have about half a dozen locations throughout New Jersey. I'm not sure if they're anywhere else. Chicken Holiday. And it's pressure fried chicken.
Yeah.
So they cook it in a pressure fryer, which is, I think that's what KFC does, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
I think that was one of the
that was how they started for sure.
Right. Of course, now my internet is acting up. Let's see. There's one in Matawan, one in Ocean, one in Manalapan. Matawan, Ocean, Manalapan, Bayonne, Milltown, Jackson, Staten Island, East Windsor. That's the one that I grew up eating from. There used to be one in West Windsor. This says Newark, but this doesn't look like the same place. Bridgewater, Hamilton, Bayville, Ewing, Baldwin, New York. I don't know where that is.
I think that's upstate.
But that's same people. This is a combo Chicken Holiday Nathan's. Or maybe they're just next to each other.
Mm.
But yeah, so we got it from this place, Claudy's, which is similarly, I think there's several of those. And yeah, it's just, it's pressure fried chicken. Typically they have ribs. Usually they have fried shrimp and the crinkle cut French fries, potato salad, macaroni salad. You know, that's the wings, chicken tenders. It's all stuff like that. Growing up, like that's always what we had on Christmas Eve. You know, the whole family would come over, and we got chicken holiday. That was like, I don't know why that was like the tradition, but
it was good.
Yeah, it's good chicken. It's super crispy, but really juicy still because it fries so fast. And like it's really dark brown.
Yeah,
bordering like burnt.
It's my favorite fried chicken in the area for sure.
Mm-hmm. It's not like a batter. It's like a breading.
Mm-hmm.
But it's definitely like a wet kind of breading.
Yeah, and it's just cooked perfectly. I mean, it's really succulent.
Yeah, and good flavor. Like it's nicely seasoned. There's nothing worse than bland fried chicken.
You know, in the Fulton Street Mall in downtown Brooklyn, there's this place called Luther Fried Chicken. That's where I used to go in the middle of the night.
Yeah, it's good stuff. The ribs too, man.
Yeah,
real tender. They grill them a little bit too.
Yeah, those ribs were full off the bone good too.
They always give you the same thing at Chicken Holiday, like the Hawaiian rolls.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they're not Hawaiian rolls, but they're like a sweet square roll, you know, where they all come attached to one another.
I wanted one of those so bad, but it was like, those were like empty.
No, it's worth it. It's worth it.
I can't afford to fill up my limited space with a roll. I was looking at ribs and chicken and wings and like,
I still got about 20 of those rolls at home.
Yeah.
Actually, for breakfast, I had 2 of them with provolone cheese that was left over. Sharp provolone stuffed in there.
It was good.
Yeah,
it was good cheese.
That was a good combo, the provolone and the roll.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, you guys don't want to hear, or maybe you do, want to hear about fried chicken for 7 minutes.
It was a good spread.
Yeah. So yeah, Hunter's 5. He's going to kindergarten. It's crazy.
It is amazing. I mean, to think about how fast it went.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Just as an observer, you know, I've seen him since he was an infant, and you know, watching his progress, and it's just flew by.
Yeah, it's like the blink of an eye. That's what everybody says, and it's true.
It is.
They say the days are long and the years are short.
Yeah. It was sweet going to the preschool graduation.
Yeah. I was fighting back tears.
Yeah, you know, you could see like the counselors or whatever they're called, the teachers, you know, because I was talking to what's his name, Mr. Crow.
Oh yeah.
Afterwards, it made me think of like when I was teaching junior high.
Mm-hmm.
That was the lowest grade I taught, where you went to graduation and the kids it's not like high school. You know, in high school, the kids, you know, they're just,
I want to get out of here.
Yeah, basically dismissive, except for a few. But in junior high, your kids, they're sort of like your little kids still. And it's very bittersweet, the graduations.
Yeah. Yeah, he seems like a nice guy. Hunter really likes him.
Yeah. But at that age, you know, you really must get attached to them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and vice versa with the kids. You know, they're very attached to the teachers. But yeah, he'll be in public school next year. So who knows what kind of crazy kids will be there. Who knows?
Yeah.
But public school is paid for by my taxes, which is nice.
A nice full day.
Yeah. What is it? 8:50 to 2:50. So really, it's only an hour longer than what he does now, but it's 5 days a week instead of 4. So yeah, so now for the summer, my wife will be off on Wednesdays because she was working in the morning on Wednesdays.
Yeah, I forgot. Now it's summertime.
Yeah. Now they're on summer break. I guess Tuesdays and Thursdays he'll still go to my My in-laws. I don't know. I'll be here.
I'm sure he'll come by for a visit every now and again.
Yeah.
We go on combo. He's so good now. He really entertains himself, which is pretty amazing, you know.
Yeah, he's just a minor distraction.
Yesterday, you know what amazed me about him yesterday with the remote control? He's like on the TV.
Oh, yeah.
You know, he's
been like that for a while.
He's so adept.
Yeah. That remote control is so beat up. Missing the thing on the front, the battery thing's taped on, things gets destroyed.
Yeah, me and your dad, we were talking about the Thunderbirds. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we brought it up, that marionette show.
I remember watching that with my dad as a kid.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man.
So, since we last spoke, which was last Friday, did we do something last Friday? I forget.
What happened on Friday? Friday, didn't we work on the computer on Friday? Weren't we doing all the...
Oh, yeah. Well, Friday we finally downloaded Mosaic.
Mm-hmm.
Because we, that kitchen job became confirmed and paid. And so figured, well, now's the time to get Mosaic. So we got Parallels, which is basically it's like a Windows emulator for Mac, and purchased Mosaic, which is it's a 3-month. You have to do 3 months up front. Not up front. They make you do like a 3-month trial and pay monthly. So it's $175. It's $150 for the manufacturing with Optimizer, they call it. If we wanted to be able to export to CNC, it would be another $25 a month, so that'd be $175. It's $125, and then maybe the CNC is only $150. I forget. But then an additional seat is $50 a month, so it's $175 a month for 3 months, and then we'll get the option to you can buy like a license. I don't know what it costs, and then or you could pay yearly.
Yeah.
So depending on what it costs for a year, maybe we'll just do the year up front or whatever. Yeah. We'll see what. But it looks like, we're going to have to keep Fusion.
Yeah, I agree 100% because
it's not a dual Mosaic.
No.
It's far superior in drawing cabinets. Not even drawing. You don't do any drawing in Mosaic per se.
It's cut and
drag and drop. Yeah. You're just dragging and dropping cabinets. You can alter dimensions and characteristics of said cabinets, but it's really just working from pre-built templates. So you can drag over a single door base.
Right.
And it's maybe standard. It's 24 inches wide and 34 and a half inches high. And then you can change all the dimensions, the doors, the layout, add a face frame, take it away. You could make it 8 feet tall, whatever.
That's where all the nuances lie, and being able to adjust all the parameters and everything. That's
right. So it's great for that. I mean, it makes quick work of. I mean, how fast did you get that kitchen in there? I mean, you had to dick around and tweak a bunch of stuff, but
I would say that if I could start today, I could do it in, a couple hours.
Yeah.
Because in this last week, I've kind of figured out all the little things because it's, the hood doesn't fit here. Oh, we got to put a side panel there. Oh, this is going on a T-wall, and learning. Yesterday, I actually learned another couple of things. It's all because, like anything else, there's like a little bug that's like, oh man, why can't I get this panel to go here?
Right. So yeah, you had been working on that kitchen, which you had already drawn in SketchUp. And then I was working on this Hoboken built-in job, which was more custom than the kitchen. It was all overlay, but it, had an appliance garage, which I wasn't able to do like pocket doors. I didn't get that far, but it had more nuance to it. So I was working on getting that drawn, and I mean, I got it pretty good.
Yeah.
So then Monday they give you a free 90-minute training session, when you buy it, which is basically it was setting up all of the specific parameters for what we do.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, okay, what type of cabinets do you typically build? And we said, well, right now we're going to be doing these frameless ones. So we set up a library, I think they called it, of,
yes,
okay, they're frameless cabinets. This is the construction method. This is, the toe is going to be plastic legs and blah, blah, yada, yada, yada. All the specifics about, how we do it. What are the drawer boxes? Are they plywood? Are they dovetail? Or, so setting up all of those specific construction techniques and details and stuff, which, was pretty helpful.
Yeah.
But definitely not all encompassing as to what we need. I mean, I think it would be beneficial to pay for some of that training.
One-on-one.
Yeah.
We could get Dan in here, and this weekend I'm going to watch as many of those videos as I can.
Yeah, I forgot all about those. They have, and it's funny, after like I don't know if it was the update or what, were you able to get that update?
I think so.
Yeah. Those videos worked, because when I was trying to get them initially, I couldn't get to it was showing up as like some kind of error.
Yeah, it's interesting as, we get deeper into it.
Oh, shit. Real quick.
Yeah, we got to talk about our sponsor.
We got to thank our sponsor, Hafla. And we'll talk about going to Hafla NYC in a little bit here. Hafla offers a wide range of products and solutions for the woodworking and furniture making industries, from hinges and drawer slides to connectors and dowels, sandpaper, wood glue, shop carts, and everything in between. Exclusive product lines such as LOOX LED lighting and Slido door hardware ensure that every project you create is built to last. Learn more at hafla.com.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry about that, Hafla.
Yeah. Just to wrap up my thought, it's interesting to get into Mosaic, because I really wasn't sure what to expect. You know what I mean? I think it does more on one side than I thought, but it's much more limited on another side.
Yeah. Like there's things that we've built that there's no way that we could put it into Mosaic.
No way. And placing objects, we're used to like in Fusion, you can connect points or, drag it, and it's sort of intuitive in that way.
Yeah.
Where there's some things in Mosaic where you got to physically place it in the room by dimension.
Yeah.
Which could be a little tricky, like if you're trying to put a side panel on a cabinet, like it doesn't click into place.
Yeah. There is a snapping thing that you can toggle on and off.
I'm sure I'll learn a lot more after I watch those videos.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just another thing to, become familiar with. So we had that training on Monday. And then, so Wednesday we went out, took the ferry to Hafla NYC for the LOOX LED lighting classes. We took 2 classes, and Corey and Rob from CT Woodwork met us out there. So that was fun.
Yeah, that was great, actually.
Learned a lot. They were good classes. The second class had far less information than the first class. It was like almost more basic, and it was the one for
current users.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I learned more the first one than I did the second one.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like almost all the information from the first one was in the second one. So I guess, maybe our opinion's a little bit swayed because we went to the first class, but I thought there was going to be a bunch of new information in the second class.
First one came with all that swag.
Yeah, we got all kinds of samples. So we actually built an LED lighting system. So, you have your driver, which is, like a transformer, and then it's basically creates clean power.
Yeah, it's like a transformer and a power conditioner.
Power conditioner. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. So you get really clean power out to all your LEDs, and then you have a distributor, which is basically just like a distributor box. It's got a bunch of inputs, and you can put, you can plug in different things into it, whether they're all LED strips or you got puck lights and
switches.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if you can do more than one switch.
Oh, I think you're right. I think you can only do one switch.
Yeah. I think maybe you can attach another distributor to, like, you can put another distributor in the chain and then put a switch on that one, but it's only one switch. But then how would that work? If you turn that switch off, it would turn power off to all the distributors downstream. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, that's a good question. Or does it just control what's plugged into that distributor?
Right. Yeah, because power probably flows through. And then the switch because the switch goes in the top. And then there's distribution at the bottom. And there's one on the side. But that must be power through no matter what.
Yeah.
So it must only switch the bottom ones.
That's a good question.
Yeah. But anyway, so we had the driver, distributor, and then we had a mesh distributor, which has Bluetooth built into it. So with that, we had a piezoelectric switch that was completely wireless, no battery.
That's very cool.
Yeah. And you can use that wireless. It fits in a Decora plate cover. So you could just screw it to the wall. You could put it in a box, whatever. So that will send a signal to switch on and off right to that. It goes from the switch to the mesh distributor box to switch all those, whatever you have plugged in there. So we did some tape. We did a puck, and we did a prefab light rail. So Hayflow, like if you, let's say you have a kitchen. I'm like out of breath today from all this freaking chicken. If you have like a set of kitchen plans, you can actually mark it up and send it to Hayflow, and they'll you don't even have to mark it up.
Yeah,
you could just send it to them, and they'll do the lighting design, and they'll give you like a bill of materials that you can order, and then what you can actually do is with a 2-week lead time is they'll build it all for you. If you need a 37-inch light bar with a frosted lens and a lead on both sides, they build it all, put it together, and ship it to you. So basically, you just put it in.
That's awesome.
Yeah, really cool. I'm not sure what the fee is on the fabricating.
Right.
I don't think it's very much.
The design stuff's free.
Right. Yeah, they'll do all that for free. And it's a 1 to 2 day lead time, which is super fast.
Creating the bill of materials is so key on that.
Yep. So yeah, they have 12 volt, they have 24 volt, which the 24 volt is what we were playing around with. They didn't really they didn't really give great reasons to go with the 12 volt. It seems like 24 volt is the way to go, unless, they said basically just if the client wants 12 volt, give them 12 volt. But 24 volt seems to be the way to go. The main difference is the one con for 24 volt is the tape right now is only cuttable on 2-inch centers, whereas the 12 volt is 1 inch. But really, it's not a big deal.
No.
So it's a 1-inch difference. You know what I mean? But they said that's going to change and that it'll actually end up being even less than an inch.
Yeah, the world standard's basically going to 24 volt.
Yep. Yeah, from what he said, it basically seems like it already is everywhere aside from the U.S.
We're special.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's putting it nicely. So yeah, I mean, it was cool.
Yeah, it was great. And everybody, well, not everybody, but I'm sure most people know about the air condition, from the Canadian wildfires. And we were kind of witness to that haze, descending on New York at that time.
Yeah, because when we went in the morning, it wasn't apparent because we had the haze, and it was a pretty mild haze for, maybe like a week beforehand. And, like the sun was really red going in. But then, I'd say about 1 or 2 o'clock, so we're sitting in this conference room in the middle of Hayfla, NYC, and there's windows. And then, you look outside and it's like, it looked like it was nighttime, not nighttime, but like evening. Yeah. And then actually somebody came on the loudspeaker, like the building loudspeaker, and they said, listen, this is a message from the FDNY. Do not open the windows. They're like, it's going to set off the fire alarms.
Which is a scary,
scary
thought. That's how good the air quality was, or bad.
Yeah. And it was just like this sulfuric yellow haze. It was crazy.
Yeah. It was very dystopian.
Very. Like if you ever played like Fallout, that's like kind of what it looked like.
It made me think of you probably heard of this movie, maybe not seen it, Soylent Green. It's the famous movie where it's a dystopian future and there's a food shortage, and what happens is, at the end they give it away is that Soylent Green, the main food puck.
Is that the name of the movie?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought the movie had a different name that was just part of the movie.
Yeah, is made from dead people.
Yeah.
It's like Soylent Green is people. But one of the things is there is this thick haze that permeates the outside world. That's what it made me think of.
Yeah, walking, because we had to walk to the subway, then take 2 subway cars, and then walk a little bit again to get to the ferry terminal. My eyes were burning.
Yeah, my eyes were burning that afternoon when we got home that evening.
Yesterday when I woke up, like I had a little bit of a sore throat. But yeah, we wore masks because Hayfla had some masks. Grabbed one just so we didn't have to breathe in all that. I mean, it's smoke basically.
Yeah.
And the levels were at like very hazardous levels, like not just like, oh, this is pretty bad. It's like, no, this is actually like hazardous. Like you should not be breathing this in. And then, get down into the subway. I'm like, oh, good. I can take the mask off now. But then I get into my truck I had to come back here and put the dumpster in sight real quick. And I'm listening to WNYC. And they're like, yeah, so we did some readings, and on the street, it's like 300 level, and then down in the subway it's 660. I'm like, oh great. I'm like, twice as bad. I thought it was going to be better.
Oh man. Yeah. Our app says air quality alert until 12 a.m. Saturday.
Wow, they keep pushing it back. Originally it was 12 p.m. Thursday, then 12 p.m. Friday, and now midnight tonight.
Yeah.
Freaking Canadians. It's the lightning.
After all we've done for Canada.
Yeah. Such a tiny little country.
That's what they do to us.
Canada's what? The second largest country by area, right?
Is it? I don't know. I mean, it's much bigger than we Americans ever.
I think it's Russia, and then Canada.
Give it credit for.
What is the second largest country in the world? Canada, Russia, Canada, China, United States.
Where's Brazil on that list?
Wait a minute. How does this make sense? Russia, 16,376,870 square kilometers. Canada, 9,093,510 square kilometers at number 2. China, 9,388,211 square kilometers. United States, 9,147,420. How come those numbers are higher? That doesn't make any sense. Oh, well. Now I clicked on the thing and okay, those were land areas. The total, wow. Russia, 17,098,242 square kilometers. Canada, 999,984,670 square kilometers. China, 9,706,961 square kilometers. United States, 9,372,610 kilometers. Brazil is number 5, 8,515,767 square kilometers. Australia at 7.7 million square kilometers. And then India is the next.
Ah, yeah.
3.3. So
it's a big drop.
It's, half the size of Australia, which is number 6.
I wouldn't have guessed that.
That it's that small?
Yeah, compared to Australia.
Yeah.
I would have imagined them somewhere around the same size.
With the highest population, too. India.
Yeah. Wow.
Russia is 11% of the world's total landmass.
Jeez.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy. Like China I feel like China on the map looks the map, that's the thing. The map is totally effed up. But like China and the US, it's really close. It's within 400,000, not even 3, because it's 372. So it's like 340,000 square kilometers difference between US and China.
Yeah, I would have guessed that China was much bigger land-wise.
Yeah. Total area. Okay, square miles. They got that too. 3.6 million square miles and 3.7 million square miles for China. We're only 100,000 square miles smaller. Here, China is opening a spy base in Cuba.
Really?
That's what they're saying.
I saw this thing. You know, of course, it's hard to gauge what's real and what's not real anymore, but it's all about how the students in China are attached to like AI, and it gauges their attention span, and it even gets as specific as like how often they yawn or glance at their phones or all these other things, all these other activities, and all this data is compiled. And it's like this huge pilot program, but you know, of course, everybody, all the parents were eager to sign up for it and put their kids through this.
Yeah, man.
And their uniforms have trackers in them, so like they track where they're going and stuff throughout the day. And
they're trying to.
AI is as well. I saw this other thing about AI for songwriting. I'm trying to remember. It was the guy from Smashing Pumpkins, Corgan.
Billy Corgan.
Yeah.
Corgan?
I think it's with a G. He was talking about how AI has all these songwriting programs now, and how that art, you know, is going to be lost because it's just going to be, you know, come up with intro A, B, C, D,
yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I mean, it's very, Tim Henson talks about that a lot too. And he has the opposite opinion, which is sort of more my opinion, and that he's the guitarist from Polyphia, where it's not that it's going to be lost. It's just, it's changing. People are so resistant and they just want to cling to what they know. You know what I mean? And it's fine to you know, feel whatever, upset that something is changing because you like the old way.
Scared.
But yeah, I mean, what did you say? What would you have said when Logic came out? You know what I mean? Like, we're not going to be recording on tape anymore.
I always wish I had this stuff when I was young.
Yeah, I mean, this is just how things change. You know what I mean? This is all part of human evolution. You want to stay an ape in the trees, or do you want to evolve with the rest of us? You know what I mean? It's not. I'm not saying it's all good. All progression is positive, but it's just changing. It's not going to be lost. Some people will still do it that way. Some people will do it the new way. Sometimes the new way will be better, and sometimes it'll be worse. It's just the way it is. You know what I mean?
I kind of fall into the category where there's already formulaic songwriting.
Yeah.
That this is what it's going to be, sort of.
Half of these people don't write their own songs anyway.
No, more than half. Yeah, it's a shocking number.
Yeah.
Of artists that you follow that don't write or have ghostwriters or co-writers. Like,
how many songs did his name's escaped me, from ELO, Jeff
Lynne.
Yeah, how many songs did Jeff Lynne write?
Yeah, well, he's pretty good. One band that always comes to my mind is Aerosmith.
Mm-hmm.
So in their early career, they wrote all their own music, and then they were like a rock band. But when they exploded and became like this, huge worldwide hit-making band, is because they went to outside songwriting. And one guy that some people might know is named Desmond Child. He's a famous producer-songwriter for all these rock bands that want hits.
Mm-hmm.
And so he would come in and write all those songs I can't think, the big hits, that the Aerosmith had on MTV and the radio.
Yeah.
That's all down to outside songwriting.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. People are very...
Old people are scared.
Well, yeah. I can tell.
Yeah, there's so much to be afraid of when you get old. Mortality is the least of it.
Yeah. Trying to drag all us young people back down.
That's it. Get back with our brooms. What's cool is Doodah. What's his nickname? Dadu. He's cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He's an example of an old dude that's very progressive and hip and
he's not one to.
He's not stuck in the past.
No, I'm sure he looks at it as having enjoyed everything that the way that it was, but he's not resistant to all the new things.
No, not at all.
He's on the cell phone and computer, and he's 90.
Yeah. You know what I love? He carries around the notebook.
Yeah.
It's I acknowledge my memory isn't what it used to be. That's why I carry around this actual physical notebook.
Yep.
I was very impressed with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's still pretty sharp.
Yeah.
I mean, there's only so much you could do at 90,
and he looks great.
Yeah.
90 years old? Come on.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted to go out and cut the grass yesterday.
Yeah.
I had to talk him out of it.
The air is toxic at the moment. Yeah, I mean, he still works on the house.
Yeah.
And, he
oh yeah.
He's doing good.
90. Come on, man. We all should be so fortunate.
Yeah. I mean, he's healthy.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, his 90th birthday was not too long ago, maybe April.
Yeah.
March or April.
Yeah, so coming home from Hafele, to circle back around, we couldn't even see the shore from the ferry.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And just a week before, I had these crystal clear pictures that we took off the back of the boat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we missed the 3:15.
Yeah.
It was a 3 and a 3:15. I thought it was a 3:15 and a 3:30.
Yeah.
We missed it by like...
Yeah, it was pulling out, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't even there when we got there, but... Yeah, we just barely missed it, though, by like about 10 minutes.
Oh, I thought we were closer than that. Yeah, it was a good day at Hayfla.
Yeah. Yeah, we got off the subway at about 3:15, 3:20 down on Wall Street. Yeah, it was a good time. They put on a good class.
Put out a good spread for breakfast and lunch.
Yeah. Yeah, the only people aside from, there was one woman in the morning class aside from the four of us.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I'm surprised. The afternoon class had about 18 or 20 people, which was a good amount. But
yeah.
Man, I don't like when my screensaver goes on.
Yeah, it always gives you that feeling that something's not working.
Yeah, like I feel like when this is recording, it shouldn't go to screensaver.
Yeah, I mean, it's actually doing something.
Yeah. What I got to do is just get a SD card. We can record straight to this, and then I can just...
There you go. How big does that have to be?
The SD card?
Yeah.
If it's only one episode, it doesn't have to be very big at all. But these files aren't huge. Especially because these aren't audio files. I don't know what these are. It doesn't become audio until you render it into audio.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the GarageBand files wind up being pretty big.
What are they, WAV files?
No, they're GarageBand files.
Oh, yeah,
I don't know what they are really.
Right.
But it's the same thing as Logic and all that other stuff.
Yeah, what are they? Yeah, these are .rpp, which is just Reaper, I guess. But I use this program called Reaper, which is a DAW. It's a DAW.
Oh yeah,
digital audio workstation.
Yeah, workstation, I think. Yeah, like Hayfel was talking about looking for feedback from users and stuff like that to help. Develop what they're going to do. I wish Mosaic had something like that. Like I'm already ready to tell them a few things. After a week, I know everything.
Yeah, I mean, that you can submit the ticket and put stuff on there.
Yeah, it's probably more a symptom of being a complete novice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not knowing the workarounds, just trying to do things the only way I know how.
Yeah. Well, if you submit that feedback, they might be able to tell you they will be able to tell you what the workaround is.
Yeah.
And he even said, he's like, listen, don't struggle. Submit, like, if you have a problem, submit a ticket.
Yeah, I've been pretty fortunate so far. I don't know how long those videos are, but if I can, get a half a dozen of them under my belt this weekend, I think it'll take me a long way.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Better. I like getting your hands into it and then watching, because if I watch something and don't know anything about it, my retention isn't as good.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good sometimes to watch and then do and then rewatch. That's kind of what I like to do because, let's say you go in there and you dick around for 4 hours and then watch the video. Well, you might have been able to get 3 times as much done in those 4 hours had you just known one
little thing.
Super basic thing from the video.
Yeah. Yeah. I found like the libraries and the project like Override and stuff like that, those are pretty useful.
Yeah.
Oh man. Whew. So how was the dumpster when you came back to get it the other day? The other night?
It was like half in the street, but not bad.
Yeah.
I mean, it was in front of the apron, so But yeah, it was super hazy when I did that.
Yeah, and a big shout out to Keensburg for leaving our package on the sidewalk and not taking it.
Yeah, so the USPS, they had some Dominoes came and they left them right on top of the mailbox and nobody stole it. It was out there all day. I mean, you had to be an idiot. You could see all the cameras in the front of the building. The barbershop across the street has cameras. So, you'd have to be pretty dumb to steal that.
Yeah, I mean, what could be in it, right? Be worth it.
Yeah. Crimes of opportunity.
Yeah, but nonetheless, go Keensburg.
Yeah. Yeah. FedEx delivered yesterday. We got some of the black locust samples finally came, even though we don't need them anymore. But he was able to use the code and got inside. He remembered.
Good.
Which is good because now when we're not here, we got to get a hold of the postal carrier, get them the information. Might be able to just call the post office.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I wonder how that works. Like, how do they keep all that information? What, they got like a log book or something?
Yeah. I mean, they probably keep it in their phone now.
Yeah. Man, that could be a lot of stuff. I mean, how many stops do you think a postal carrier or somebody like Alan? I mean, I'll ask Alan.
I'm pretty sure he has it in his phone.
Yeah. It's like, how many stops, how many different addresses do you have like info for?
Yeah. I mean, I think we're kind of a unique case where most businesses are just open.
Oh, yeah. Like just walk in.
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe it's...
But it's like anything, if that's your job, then is it really that hard to remember 24-digit codes?
You know who you're talking to.
Wow. See, boomers, just relinquish control because...
You have lost control.
It's time.
Oh, it was time a while back.
The boomers aren't even the ones running the country. It's the greatest generation.
That's the scary part.
Yeah.
I mean, holy cow.
Hopefully we just skip over the boomers in those positions and just go right to the millennials. No Gen Xers either. You guys also suck. Those are my two generations, Gen X and Boomer. I'm like caught in between those two. The Gen X is just like a Boomer light.
Yeah. You know what? Anything that I learned about like the Gen X, I sort of my upbringing is more like one of those guys. Mm-hmm. They come from the disenfranchised family, latchkey kind of thing, and.
The absentee parents.
Yeah.
The absentee boomer parents.
Yeah. Who had everything.
Right.
Is that who it was? Like the boomers are the Gen X parents? Is that, or do you skip a generation?
Well, it depends. Like the early boomers,
Yeah.
Like if you were born in 1940, likely you were having kids, in the 60s.
Yeah. Yeah, that's when I was born, in the 60s. Yeah, and it wasn't a bad time to grow up. I tell you, the more I talk to like young people today, people in their 20s especially, I would not trade places at all.
Yeah, we're just a bunch of complainers. That's what it is. It's all those participation trophies you guys gave us.
Oh, man.
But we get blamed for that.
Are you of that age? Was that part of your upbringing too, the participation trophy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know when that started. Not having kids, I missed out on like a whole swath of like
when I played Pop Warner football, like at the, everybody got like a little
trophy
at the end of the year. Yeah. Yeah. Like that does any damage to, you know what I mean? People are so stupid.
Oh, man.
Well, I got this trophy, so I don't have to I don't have to try hard at anything.
Yeah, we ruined the older folks, ruined the younger folks by giving them orange slices.
Yeah.
We were tough.
Making them talk about their feelings.
No orange slices for us.
Yeah.
Oh, man. And snacks.
No, you guys were smoking cigarettes at halftime.
Oh, man. Yeah. I when I scroll through Instagram, sometimes I'm like, I get down these rabbit holes. I'll be scrolling through, looking at, my friends that I follow, their stuff. And then these things come up. And if you pause on anything, it just keeps giving you those things. Like now I'm getting dozens of, what is it? The TRX, that truck.
The Ram T-Rex.
Yeah. Yeah, where they're like on highways pulling wheelies and like getting into accidents, and like I must have watched one, and now that's all I get. Like if I don't pay attention, Oh man,
yeah, the algorithm.
Yeah, it's powerful.
Oh yeah,
it's amazing. It really is.
Gotta get that dopamine.
Well, I was like, what are you looking at?
Bikini girls.
Yeah. That would be healthier than
Well, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a little bit frightening, to see these people out on like open roads and stuff like that, crashing into other cars.
Oh,
and, like with total abandon, it seems like.
Mm-hmm.
Makes where we drive seem tame.
Yeah. Yeah, you see a lot of like Nissan Altima like going like weaving in and out of traffic, then they just like crash into a guardrail. Like, well, you kind of had that coming.
Exactly. And what's the other one? It's the Jeep. Like, is it a Cherokee? It's like one of the Jeep like SUV vehicles. Trackhawk.
Oh yeah, those are insanely fast.
Yeah, so they blend those in with the T-Rex.
Yeah, it's basically got like a Hellcat motor in it, I think. Yeah, same manufacturers basically.
Yeah. So over the last couple of days, I've been inundated with those crazy videos or reels or whatever they're called.
I'd like one of those Hellcat Durangos.
Ah,
that'd be nice.
One of those like 1,000 horsepower or something.
I don't think the Hellcat is 1,000. I think it's like 770 or something like that. The Demon is 1,000.
Okay.
I don't think they make a Demon Durango, or actually they might have announced that. I don't know if it's out yet. But the Demon, like the Charger and Challenger, or do they make both? I don't know. Might just be the Charger. Was like I forget, the most powerful production car or something.
Yeah. And I think there was one that had like an elephant graphic on the side of it or something like that too.
Oh, it's like a Mastodon or something.
I can't remember, but
yeah, I think that's like another.
You can see how productive I've been on my off hours. But it's good for just like zoning out and,
Yeah. No, not Mastodon.
Mammoth? Could it be? No.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Mammoth truck. Remember the Mammoth car? Is that what it was called? From Speed Racer?
No.
Yeah, Mammoth 1000 TRX. 2.65 liter supercharger on a 6.2 liter V8. It's 1,000 horsepower. It's got 969 pound-feet of torque. And it, is it a dually? No. Oh, yeah. It's a 3-axle.
Oh my God. like who needs that truck? Nobody needs it, but who wants it?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a Hennessy. It's so Hennessy is a aftermarket performance company. Like they've been, the Hennessy Viper was super famous back in the day. I
So
think,
they take already fast things and make them faster.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, they make some cool stuff.
Wow.
I think they used to do maybe the Cobras, Corvettes, stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, these trucks seem to be taking over that little segment of the insane vehicle. I like see things where people are going into the middle of like 4-way intersections and doing donuts and stuff like that. And, you know, the police are somewhat helpless because these people, they don't really care as far as like escaping. You know, they just drive with reckless abandon, and the cops really can't do that.
The cops don't do anything anyway.
No.
People drive like idiots, and you see cops. I'm like, why? You're not pulling any of these people over. Like,
right?
They're waiting for somebody to speed. It's like speeding is the least of our problems.
I know. It's all that really aggressive driving. You know, like following too close, cutting in, and
yeah, I'd say that's not even as big of a problem as just the stupid, inept drivers, the people who are changing lanes and they don't even like look. You know what I mean? It's like the aggressive drivers are at least somewhat competent at driving. It's the incompetent drivers that are the dangerous ones.
That's true too. Yeah,
you know, if you're weaving in and out of cars, at least you have to be paying attention to what you're doing. Versus the people who are, I mean, you see them, the people who just,
excuse me,
change lanes and they just don't even, oh, there's somebody in there. Well, that's not my problem.
I'll tell you this, the other day when I was coming home from your party yesterday, I was on Leonardville Road, and I look over and I see Blue still in the lot.
So
I'm looking, and all of a sudden I hear, my car was telling me, you're going too fast and you're too close to the car ahead of you.
Yeah, I have the lane watch, which if I go over the, you know, sometimes like Leonardville Road, the bend right there by Suburban Aluminum, in the morning, there's no cars on the road. So, you know, you take a kind of lazy and your tires go over the line a little bit, like, and, you know, things starts beeping.
Yeah, I was like, oh, wow. I mean, that was good that it kind of alerted me, but I didn't even know it existed in the car. Yeah, I wonder what's going on with Blue. It's still there.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's been over a month.
Oh, no, it's been there for a long time. We should bring the paint sprayer over there, put it in the back. Knowing John, I don't know if there's room in the back of that truck, you know. Our friend John, he's infamous for using his vehicles as storage bins. Instead of renting out like a storage room, he just gets another vehicle and parks it. Oh, man. So how we doing on time this morning? Well, I think we're at that point. We're at 59 minutes here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's 7:44. Let's see, maybe I get this up by 8 o'clock.
For all those early risers.
Yeah. Okay. So next week we have Ron and Brian from RT Machine Co. coming on. Ron being the owner of the company.
Yeah.
And Brian, you know, New Jersey, New York salesman.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So if you have any questions, if you have anything that you'd like, you know, to know about RT or anything, you know, write in, shoot a Instagram message, email, whatever.
Yeah, they got a pretty deep knowledge base.
Oh yeah, big time. So yeah, let us know. That'll probably be
that'll be a long one.
Yeah, about to carve out like the entire afternoon.
Yeah, start at lunchtime.
Yeah. So yeah, let us know. Thanks for listening.
All right, take care, everybody.
As always, Rob and I thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next week. If you want to help support the podcast, you can leave us a review on Apple Podcasts. Again, we appreciate your support. Thanks for tuning in.